Hi there guys, Alex from Elite Football Conditioning again here, and today I'm going to first off apologise. I'm not in the gym this week, so I'm not recording any exercises this week. I've actually been a little bit unwell, so hence my reason for kind of staying away from the gym and staying away from other people and kind of keeping myself to myself. It's not COVID, I'm just not feeling too great, and I know it's probably going to take me a million takes to get through this video without coughing, so I'm gonna do my best. Anyway, today I wanted to make sure I still got some content out to you and still gave you some information to help you get to the next level by answering a few of the questions that I've been asked over the course of the past week. So we're going to go through those 4 questions and hopefully give you a bit more guidance on where to take your training next, or maybe these are a couple of little problems that you've struggled with personally with your own training and there is a way forward. So I'm going to help simplify these things for you right now. And point number 1, or question number 1, quite a good link actually, considering I'm not feeling too great, is should you train when you are unwell? Quite simply, my preferred answer to that is no, you shouldn't be training when you're not very well. Aside from the fact you're probably going to end up spreading it around the gym to other people. But even if you can get out and do things on your own, it might not be the best idea. So whenever you train, whenever you exercise is a stress. Any form of stimulus on the body itself is a stress. It's putting the body through a process where it has to deal with the situation and meet the demands of it. And then also there's a chance it has to compensate afterwards and adapt afterwards. Now, if your body is already fighting something, i.e. an infection or a bit of a cough, a bit of a cold, a bit of a respiratory virus, plenty of that going around, then your body has to deal with that as well. So if you then go and do a really hard training session, your body still has to adapt, redevelop the muscle damage that you've caused, repair the muscle damage that you've caused during that training session, and you're essentially splitting the body's resources, which you don't want to do. You want to put everything behind getting back to feeling well, being back to full fitness as soon as possible. And quite frankly, I mean, I know we're at that time of year where colds are going to kick in, people are going to start coming down with little illnesses and things like that. You're better off resting up for a few days, 3, 4, 5 days, maybe a week, making sure you get better and recovering completely. You're not going to lose an awful lot by being out for a week or 2 weeks. You will come back incredibly quickly, and even if you are out for a spell of 2 to 4 weeks, you will, any gains that you've lost in that time, anything you've lost in that period of 2 to 4 weeks will come back quickly if you train properly. So that's question 1. Should you train when you're unwell? No. But there are a few, I say these with all like really certain adamant answers. I'm trying to give you straight down the line, no BS, just do this. But my philosophy of take no days off, there's always something you can do to improve yourself, improve your game every single day, regardless of your circumstances. There's nothing to stop you from doing a bit of stretching, a little bit of foam rolling. It might even help with some of the aches and pains if you have any. And again, there's always something, even if it's sitting down, going through the mental side of the game, looking at your own performances, that's another form of training. So I would suggest that, although no, you shouldn't be in the gym, you shouldn't be training hard, you shouldn't be getting a real good sweat on, you shouldn't be lifting loads of weight and adding a load of stress to your body. In that way, your time and resources are probably better spent on the mental side of the game and focusing on your recovery, doing a bit of stretching, bit of foam rolling, making sure that you eat well, you sleep perfectly, and you feel refreshed. Okay, so should you be training? No. Question number 2, should you train the day before a game? My answer to this, yes, you should. But it's a very specific type of session. It's not a session that's going to drain you. It's not a session that's going to leave you feeling groggy and lethargic or sore in any way whatsoever. This is a session that is based on priming the nervous system, prepping the muscles, and is essentially a warm-up to your match day preparation. So the way I like to split this with my guys is we would do a little bit of a circuit. It'd be, well, we'll obviously go through our usual warm-up routine, which doesn't take too long, but then a little bit of a circuit, which is 3 to 6 rounds. And I say that because it's based off fatigue levels. We shouldn't be getting to the point where the athlete gets tired. So if you start to feel you're moving slower or you're not as explosive as you were to begin with, that's your moment to stop. That's your moment to check out. You've done enough. That's your ticket out. Now, the way we split this is a lead pick, generally 4 exercises. Most of them tend to be whole body exercises, but they tend to go upper, lower, as another example, where you might do plyometric based push-ups, so you're powering off the floor. You might then go and do box jumps. You might then go and include some form of pull-up, or you might go and do some kettlebell swings, something like that. Real simple exercises, low repetitions, so you're not doing sets of 15, 20, 25. If anything, it's 5 to 10. And take a bit of a break between them, 10 to 15 seconds. Rest for a minute at the end of the circuit. Go back through it. And again, as soon as you feel like you're not as explosive off the floor in your jumps, or you're not getting the same pop through on your kettlebell swings, that's your time to stop. And that should leave you feeling refreshed for game day. So I like to kind of flip that on its head and take it the opposite way sometimes as an explanation. If you've ever had a really lazy day, let's say it's a Sunday, you've played the day before on the Saturday, you're feeling a bit tired, you're feeling a bit worn down, you sleep in, you then decide that you're just going to lie in bed for ages, you probably play around on your phone, watch a few videos of me chatting to you on YouTube, and before you know it, it's midday, it's 1 o'clock, you've not done anything, you think, oh, I'm just going to go and chill on the sofa downstairs, you put a film on, you've done nothing all day, you think you would have loads of energy, wouldn't you? But come 4 or 5 o'clock, you probably, I know, say probably because this is the way that I feel, when I've done that in the past, you feel like trash, you feel slow, lethargic, groggy. What we need to do is excite the nervous system, get the heart rate up, get a bit of blood flow to the brain, the muscles, and just get moving. Use your body, engage your mind, and you will be ready for the next day when it comes to your performance. So that's question number 2. Should you train the day before a game? Yes. So question number 3, I'm gonna simplify this a little bit because this was all based around someone wanting to lose body fat and what they need to do in order to do that whilst still playing and still training and doing quite a high volume of football work. So question number 3, I'm going to simplify from someone wanting to lose fat to just, should I be in a calorie deficit during the season? My answer to this very simply is no, absolutely not. During the training season, if you're in a calorie deficit, you're playing a high amount of football, you're playing likely multiple times a week because you're training. You might have 1 game, 2 games, sometimes even 3 games in the space of 7 or 8 days. You cannot afford to be in an energy deficit where you're not giving the body what it needs to recover and repair and restore itself in between those games and those training sessions. So very, very simply, during the season, you need to be aiming to eat calories to be able to maintain your body weight, your healthy kind of window of body weight that you should be aiming for. So if you're normally around your best at 72 kilos, it would be reasonable to keep yourself within 70 to 75. That's where you should be aiming for, keeping yourself within that window where you're feeling healthy, you're feeling fit, you're feeling fast, powerful, and you're giving your body the chance to actually restore itself and regenerate in between all those bouts of aggressive activity. So give your body what it needs. Use your food as fuel. It's as simple as that. Question number 4, should I do core exercises at the end of my workout? Very simply, I'm going to go with yes, because typically, we're going to integrate a lot of core exercises through everything we do. They're going to be in the warm-up, they're going to be involved in the big exercises if we're squatting or if we're trap bar deadlifting or something like that. you are going to be utilizing your core. If you're doing a lot of single leg, single arm work, unilateral exercises, your core is going to be engaged and required to participate because its number one job is to keep the spine stable. You can't get away with not doing it. Ultimately, adding a little bit in at the end of each session is always going to be a good idea, because that's when you're not likely to need it for squatting heavy again or being fast and explosive, because your workout's already done. You've already got rid of that work. What we're looking to do here is maximize the stability that we can get through our midline, through our trunk, to be able to coordinate arms and legs in the most efficient manner possible. So I will record another video on this in the future when I am back in the gym, on some of the best core exercises for you to include for footballing purposes at the end of your training sessions. So keep an eye out for that one. Again, I apologize for not being in the gym this week and not being able to bring you a few exercise videos. I have got some good footage of clients from working this week, so I will be putting together little videos and explainers on some of the things that they've been doing and the reasons behind that. But for today, we've got those 4 questions. In a nutshell, again, should you train when unwell? No. Should you train the day before a game? Yes. Should you be in a calorie deficit during the season? Absolutely not. And number 4, should I do core exercises at the end of my workout? Yes. Go for it. Absolutely. Get on with it. So hopefully you found this video today useful, although I know I've not necessarily done anything particularly exciting. And I will be back again next week with some more training for you to get on with. So whatever you're up to this week, good luck, get after it, go and smash it. Let me know how you do. And again, if you've got any more questions, maybe you've actually liked this kind of video, a bit of a Q&A. If you've got any more questions that you want me to answer, just drop me a message, leave a comment, and I'll speak to you again soon.